Welcome back to the Jacksonville Buzz. I'm Steve Strum. This morning we have Kalai Senkar from Shiva Robotics. Well, hello, young lady. It has been a minute since we have had you on this show. How have you been?
I'm doing great, Steve. Thank you.
So, Shiva Robotics, you've been around for 7 years. We're talking a little bit offset.
Yes.
And it is amazing to see companies that have started and where they've come. Tell us a little bit about what is Shiva Robotics and what has the impact been for the children that you educate?
So Shiva Robotics Academy, it's an educational institution, after-school club, where we teach kids from preschool all the way through high school, Lego robotics and metal robot building. So the mission is to teach science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics through fun, hands-on learning projects.
So when you say robotics, we have one of these. This is a Lego robot with a Lego machine, and this little elephant picks this thing up. And I've been to the facility. You have robots that will take a ball and put it in a cup to teach them how their practical knowledge as a child to design robots.
Exactly.
But you've also been doing this program for 7 years, so some of your kids have no longer become kids. Tell us a little bit about what your program has done for the kids that you've educated as they're entering into young adulthood.
So once they are in high school, so they have the opportunity to be interns and paid forward to the community. So through the Mayor's Youth at Work Partnership Program, so my own students, they are becoming coaches now, and they are producing teams which can take part in regionals and get qualified to state and even further. And these kids, they use their knowledge and then be doing robotics in high school. It helps them to gain a seat in several colleges. So one of our students, Aid Musa, he got into Purdue to do mechanical engineering, and being on the robotics team, it helped him to gain college scholarships.
Wow. I know we were talking offset. You know, my son, who's now 13, he's wanting to do MIT, and this is part of, I guess, the application process. Now, when you talk about robotics for kids, clearly this is Legos. These are toys that we love to put together. But all of your programs are not around doing the ball in the cup toys or the elephant that picks the thing up that looks cute. You actually have some very practical programs and things that your kids are developing. Some we have on the studio. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to hear from some of your students that have a team that are getting ready to compete for an opportunity to go to a national competition. Yes. Tell us a little bit about what we're about to see with these wonderful children and what they've invented.
So first they start with recreational models like these, and once they show continued interest, we advise them to be part of robotics competitions where they take part in first Lego League Challenge teams and in first Tech Challenge. So here they have to do coding for a specific mission. So these kids, they work together as a team, they code the robot, and on top of it, they have to find an innovative solution for a real life problem. So by working on it, they talk with the experts and then they pitch their work in several places, like our students have even pitched it in city council, and then they take a field trip to relevant sites where they can research more about their projects. So that this helps them to gain, public speaking skills, and then just documentation and all those soft skills also, they get very strong in it when they do robotics.
Before we throw it to the Thunderbotz, let me ask you, how do you do these programs? Do you have them the spring, the summer, the fall? If people want to find out more, go to Shiva Robotics and sign up for programs for kids that want to get in it, right? Because right now we're going to cut to the Thunderbotz who have their inventions. So guys, let's take it away to the Thunderbotz in the other studio. We'll be right back.
The main problem that people face during natural disasters and prolonged power outages is that they don't have the ability to quickly store energy to be able to do emergency household activities. We needed to find a solution that was simple, portable, environmentally friendly, and cost-effective. At the beginning of the season, we had several projects to choose from, including biogas, piezoelectricity, and several others. Eventually, we came upon supercapacitors.
Our solution to this problem using supercapacitors is the SuperCrank. The SuperCrank is a portable energy storage device that can give you a quick boost of energy. Also, I'm also going to be talking about the advantages supercapacitors have over lithium-ion batteries. So like one of the advantages they have is that lithium-ion batteries waste a lot of energy in the form of heat, while supercapacitors minimizes that. Also, another advantage is that lithium-ion batteries use harmful materials to the environment such as manganese and cobalt, while supercapacitors use materials that are safer to the environment such as aluminum and carbon. Also, big thanks to City Council and the President of City Council, Mr. Terrence Freeman, for supporting us and motivating us to take it to the next level.
We bought an original product and modified it by adding 6 supercapacitors. Our supercapacitors can be charged by a DC motor and can provide a quick power boost when we need it. If you crank our SuperCrank up for 1 minute, then it can generate about 10 to 15 minutes of light in a light bulb.
Our original hand crank, it only had 1 capacitor, so then we modified it and replaced that 1 capacitor with 3 supercapacitors, and they were connected in a series circuit. Then we added 3 more to take advantage of the space and to upgrade it even farther.
In version 1 of SuperCrank, we had 1 hand crank, 6 supercapacitors, and 1 output, which was a port that we put our light bulb in. But then after some professional feedback, we upgraded it to version 2, which added 2 more inputs, which were the solar panel and the wind turbine, and we added 1 more output, which was a USB port to charge phones.
We actually met with City Council, and in front of 100 plus people, they gave us a standing ovation because of the fact of 1 minute of cranking. The SuperCrank will last in 10 minutes of lighting up the bulb. And also, Mr. Terrence Freeman, the chair of City Council, he asked us to go to a private meeting with him so we can discuss how we can take this project to the next level. And we really thank him for that because it really motivated us. And we also got feedback from professionals in this area, such as Mr. Paul Duff and an FLL judge, Ms. Avis Collier. And they actually gave us feedback to improve this by adding solar and wind energy to this and making it more visual. But we really want to thank Shiva and FLL for bringing this program.
We shared our SuperCrank prototype with some of the neighbors in our community during Hurricane Ian, and they were really excited to use it. They gave us their feedback that they wanted a more powerful SuperCrank prototype and more phone charging capabilities. We even shared our SuperCrank prototype to thousands of people in World of Nation, and we got a lot of positive feedback. We even had a survey, and 19 out of 20 people really liked our idea. So our SuperCrank prototype is multi-purposeful. We can use it in hurricanes and other natural disasters when we don't have access to light. So for all the materials together for our SuperCrank prototype runs approximately around $100. But when we do mass production, the price will go down.
Wow, that was really cool. How innovative is that? So tell us a little bit as we're wrapping up some of the programs that you have coming up for spring and summer for kids that may want to get into this.
So we have hands-on summer camp where students at whatever skill set, whatever level they may be a total beginner. So we start from the foundation and teach the kids how to build robots, how to do the coding, how to program the drones, do video game designing, 3D printing, so all such cool stuff in our spring and summer camp. We partner with Kids Hope Alliance where students attending Title I schools, they can take a free field trip to Shiva Robotics Academy during the summer.
And if the parents or the kids want to find out more, it's shivarobotics.com.
Exactly.
And it's right locally here, a couple miles away from this facility. Thank you so much for joining. You brought the team. Thank you to the parents who took time away from their lives to come and talk about what is, how amazing is it they're actually creating a light bulb? I think of, Benjamin Franklin comes to mind, right? But for the modern era. Thank you for coming again. We really appreciate that. Guys, thanks so much for joining us on the Jacksonville Buzz. If you like us, share us. And remember, live with gratitude.